विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणी मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर् गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत् सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we can directly perceive our self. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmya. So in Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding in the 7th chapter that a jnani is the best thing to be. So we have to be a jnani. So Krishna is saying that I consider the jnani to be my own self. Jnani atmaiva me matam. Because if we have the knowledge, we can spread Krishna's message. We can teach others. We can make more devotees. We cannot make devotees. We have to identify devotees and give them Bhagavad Gita. That we can do. Because of that, Krishna is saying that no one else can become dearer to that person who gives this knowledge to my devotees, who explains this knowledge to my devotees. So that's why Jnani Tvatmaiva. So we will be, Krishna is teaching us that we will be like Jnani Tvatmaiva me matam. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So I consider him to be my own self. So we are, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are becoming the jnanis. We are getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So once we know this Bhagavad Gita fully, so that means we are jnani only. So that means Krishna considers us as his own self. So jnani atmaiva me matam. So by Krishna's mercy, we are understanding this entire Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters, 700 slokas, and we are studying again and again. And we are enjoying every day, we are enjoying this nectar, this dharmamritam. Yetu dharmamritam. That's what Krishna says, that this Bhagavad Gita is the nectar of dharma. And with this Bhagavad Gita, we understand that we have to perform yajnadana tapakarma, which we should not stop at all, because they purify us. Pavanani manishina. So yajnodhanam tapaschaiva pavanani manishina. So if we do that, we will get purified. When we use our all our karmendriyas, when we use our body, mind, senses, intelligence, everything to perform activities, especially the activities of yajna, dana, tapa, karma. So that means we are not attached to the results. So that means it is going to purify ourselves, purify us. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalair indriyairapi yoginaga karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma suddhaye. That's what very important. Atma suddhaye. It purifies our atma, ourself. Atma suddhaye. So that's what yoginaka karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva. Yoginaka karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva means the yogis perform activities by giving up the attachments to the results. And what types of activities the yogis do? Yajna, dana, tapa, karma. The acts of sacrifice, charity, and austerity. So if we do that, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to go to Golok. Because we get purified. When we get purified, then we can go to Golok. So that way, we have got so much of opportunities to identify devotees and spread this message and to render services to Krishna by performing this yajna, dana, tapa, karma. That is the real service to Krishna. That service to Krishna is the same as going to temple and serving Krishna. Because we are following Bhagavad Gita. When we are following Bhagavad Gita based on what Krishna is teaching us, if you are able to control our mind, if you are able to control our senses, so if we are able to make our mind as our best friend, if our mind is not going to anywhere, it's only on Krishna. If our mind is not disturbed by anything in this world, so that is the service to Krishna. Krishna is going to be so happy with us when we do that. Krishna will be pleased, very much pleased. So, with Bhagavad Gita knowledge only, we get that kind of motivation to do everything for Krishna. When we are not attached to the results, that means when we are not affected by the results, so that means Krishna will give us so much of results because we are going to use them in Krishna's service. Because we are not going to get ourselves attached or misuse them so that we won't be bound in this way. So Krishna knows. Krishna knows his devotees are only after Krishna. So that way, Krishna gives us, even materially speaking, what all we need, Krishna gives us. Because with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, samalostasma kanchana, that's what our situation, our position. Krishna is saying that equally, look at pebbles, stones and gold, everything samalostasma kanchana. So, we are going to be equal. Sugrun mitrari udasina madhyastha dvesha bandhusu sadhu swapicha papesu samabuddhir vishishyate. That's what is going to happen with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita when we are able to control our mind. When our mind becomes our best friend, so then we are going to treat everyone equally. Sama buddhi, with same intelligence, equal intelligence. Sama buddhir vishishyate. Mitra, Ari, Udasina, that is friend, enemy, and Suran, well-wishers, friends, enemies. So Surun, Mitra, Ari, Udasina, so the neutrals and mediators, Madhyastha, Dvesha, Bandhusu, Sadhus, Swapicha, Papesu, so relatives and envious persons, Dvesha, Bandhusu, relatives, and Sadhus and Papesu, the saints and the sinners, everyone Samabuddhir Vishishyate. So we will see them, we will look at them equally. That's what is going to happen with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's what even in the 14th chapter we studied when Krishna is teaching about the three modes of material nature. When a person has transcended, that means when a person is freed from the three modes of material nature, so what does he do? Everything. So Sama, there are also Samalostasma Kanchan, Tulya Priya Priyavdiraga, Tulya Nindatma Samstuti, Manapamanayo Tulyaga, Tulyo Mitrari Pakshayam. So many times Krishna is saying Tulya, Tulya, Tulya. So equal to everything, not disturbed by anything. So that should be our situation in this life. We should not be bothered, we should not be disturbed by anything in this world. We should be simply focused. We should be simply focusing our mind only on Krishna. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that is going to be possible, and it is getting possible by Krishna's mercy. We are able to slowly and steadily progress in this effort. We are getting the knowledge. And we are getting the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And everything is getting revealed to us. We understand this world completely. We understand about the purpose of life and what to do, what not to do. Everything is very, very clear for us with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. There is no confusion at all, no illusion at all. That is the meaning that Yadate Moha Kalilam Buddhir Vyatit Tarishari. This world this illusion is compared to a dense forest. Moha Kalilam means dense forest of illusion. So that's what we are living in this world. So Krishna is saying that Vibhigi Gunamayagi Bhavagi Ebhigi Sarvam Vidam Jagat Mohitam. So that's what Mohitam, Moha Kalilam, Mohitam. We are bewildered. We are under illusion. We think that we are this body and we are attached to the results. And we react. Because of our attachment to the results, we get ourselves bound more and more. So when we commit sins, normally here in this material world, so the government, the police, they catch them and then go to jail and put them in jail and all such things. But when we are binding ourselves to this material world itself is a jail. We are in the jail. We are struggling and suffering inside this material world, which is a jail. We need to get our freedom. We need to get liberation from this jail, this material world, this Dukkalayam, this Asasvatam. We should go to Krishna's world. That is Sukalayam and Sasvatam, where we'll get a body which will never ever die. That type of body we want, that type of life we want, where everything is permanent, we are not going to lose anything. How nice that life is going to be. That we get a life where there is no death and there is no suffering. It is always enjoyment, happiness only. So how nice if you get that kind of life in Goloka. That's what Krishna is asking us to get. Krishna is asking us to just get rid of, just forget about this material world. We need to forget, we need to erase everything in our brain, everything in our mind. We need to erase. We should not be thinking, we should not be focusing. We should think only about Krishna, focus only on Krishna. So that should be the way of our life. So we have to do everything with that kind of spirit every day. So then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to go to Goloka. All such things are simply happening in our life with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We are getting unlimited opportunities to serve Krishna. We have to identify devotees. There are many devotees around us. They don't know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita. If they know, those devotees, especially if they know, they will take this seriously. They will come and join us and they will enjoy with us and study this Bhagavad Gita. We'll get this knowledge. That's what we are supposed to do with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's mercy, when we get this knowledge fully, completely, we are already enjoying. Because this Bhagavad Gita is the Susukam Kartu. And all our miseries are already going away because we are not worrying about anything in this material world. We are not at all disturbed. We should not be disturbed because we should be depending fully on Krishna. That's what is very important. We should completely, fully depend only on Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. That is what is going to help us. That thinking about Krishna is only save us from this material world. So our chitta, our thoughts should be only focusing on Krishna. We should remember only Krishna. We should do everything for Krishna. So that way our priority in our life is only one, that is to serve Krishna, to please Krishna, nothing else. We should not be doing anything else. That's what our only priority is, to please Krishna only. So that means identify devotees everywhere and then give them this knowledge. So I'm sure when that happens, we will be able to make our team very big, very strong, very powerful. All such things are going to happen, and we will be able to understand this Bhagavad Gita. And our mission is very clear. We know very clearly what we are supposed to do. We don't get ourselves focused on anything in this material way with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that way we should keep ourselves engaged all the time in Krishna's service. So that means following this Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, offering prasadam to Krishna, attending this Bhagavad Gita and spreading Krishna's message, identifying devotees and delivering this message. So that's what is going to keep us extremely busy in the remembering Krishna. So we need to do that one only. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, so then we will fall in love with Krishna only, no one else. All other things in this material world, that is not love, that is simply lust. That's what we need to know. It's all controlled by the three modes of material nature. There is the mode of Rajoguna, Rajo Ragatmakam Vidhi. Krishna Sangha Samudbhava. Sangha Sanjayate Kam. So that's what will happen. So no prema, it's only kama in this material world. So with the materialistic attachment, with that sangam, that kind of association with this material world, it's only kama. Purushaga prakritistogi bhungte prakriti jan gunan. So Purushaga, the person, the soul, prakritistogi is in this material world. That's what is prakriti, this material nature. So we are in this material world, Purushaga Prakriti Stogi and Bhuntaga Prakriti Jan Gunan. So we are trying to enjoy the material sense objects, so which are Bhuntaga Prakriti Jan Gunan. So under the spell of the modes of material nature, Karanam Guna Sangosya Saddha Sadyoni Janmasu. Because of our association with gunas, we are getting life repeated, life Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. So Yoni Janmasu. So we are getting so many times taking birth, Janmasu, life after life we are taking birth and experiencing good and bad results. So that's what Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. That is because Karanam Guna Sangoshya. The reason is that because we are associating with the three modes of material nature. So we need to give up that Sangha, that Tyaktva Karma Pala Sangha. So then that means Tyaktva Guna Sangha also. If we are giving up the attachment to the results of activities, Tyaktva Karma Pala Sangam, so that is equivalent to Tyaktva Guna Sangha. So that means we are associating, we are dissociating ourselves from the three modes of material nature. So that's all such things will happen with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We are there, we are getting there, we are progressing. So it's simply a matter of time, Krishna's mercy. So we have successfully finished 22 slokas in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in the sloka number 21, what we studied in the 21, Krishna is teaching us, Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaga shabdayar chitum ichchati tasya tasya chalam shabda tameva vidatamyaham. So those who are devotees of other gods and worship them with faith, I make their faith very steady and increase their faith. That's what Krishna is teaching. So I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. You know that Krishna is there in everyone's heart. So as soon as one desires to worship some demigod, Krishna knows, because he is there in our heart. Whatever we think, Krishna knows. Whatever others they think, we don't know. We can't read others' mind. But Krishna can read our mind. Whatever comes to our mind, whatever desires are coming to our mind, whatever we are thinking, Krishna knows that. So then I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. That's what Krishna is saying. So then in the next sloka, what we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 22, Sataya Shabdaya Yuktas Tasyaradhanam Mihate Labate Chatataga Kama Mayaiva Vikitan Hitan. Sataya Shabdaya Yuktas. So with that kind of faith, so they worship. Tasyaradhanam Ihati. So they worship desiring the fruits, desiring the results. Labate Chattataka Kaman. So they get what they want. But that is actually coming only from me. That is actually given only by me. Mayaiva Vigitan Hitan. So that's what Krishna is saying, that Mayaiva Vigitan Hitan. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtains his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. So that's what Krishna is teaching. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. It's coming only from Krishna. Everything has to come only from Krishna, because Krishna is the source of everything. That's what we need to know. So then in the next sloka, what we are studying, in this sloka number 23 today, Antavatu param teshan tadbhavati alpamedashan devan devayayo yati Madbhakta yanti mamapi. Devan devayajo yanti. So antavatu param tesham. So their results will come to an end. So satya shaddaya yuktaka tasyaradhanam igate labatte chat tataka kaman mayaiva vigitan hitan labatte chat tataka kaman. But that palam, whatever labate, whatever they get, it will come to an end. Antavatu palam tesham tadbhavati alpametasam. So a person who has no intelligence, so alpametasam, of small intelligence, so he will only go after such temporary results in this material world. So only a devotee of Krishna, he knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and the result is Goloka only should be for us, nothing else. So Devan Devayajo Yanti, those who worship such demigods, they will go to them. Madbhakta Yanti Mamapi, but my devotees will come to me. So that's what very important. We need to go to Krishna. So Yanti Deva Vrataka Devan Pitrun Yanti Pitrun Vrataga Bhutani Yanti Bhute Jaga Yanti Madhyajino Apimam. That's what in the 9th chapter Krishna says. Those who worship demigods will go to them. Those who worship forefathers will go to them. Those who worship ghost and spirit will go to them. And those who worship me will come to me. So Madbhakta Yanti Mamapi. The same thing. Yanti Deva Vrataga Devan Pitrun Yanti Pitrun Vrataga Bhutani Yanti Bhute Jaga Yanti Madhyajino Apimam. That's what Madbhakta Yanti Mamapi. Yanti Madhyajino Apimam. So my devotees will come to me only. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. So if you go to Krishna, Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukkale Masaswadam Napnuvanti. So if you go to Krishna, then we are not going to again come back to this temporary miserable life. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished sloka number 23 in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. If any devotee has any question, you can use the raise hand option. Hare Krishna, Ashok Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Very nice rendition. Was totally absorbed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank
Hare
you,
Ram,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Ram. Vishnu Vardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste.
Hare Krishna. Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mithun Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna, mercy, I'm fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you, Guruji.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dandavat Pranam Sadar.
Dandavad Pranams Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you Guruji for a nice class. No questions for today. So nice of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Prabhu Dharan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
It was a good session, Guruji.
Yes.
Trying to follow it here and there. I'm getting hold in the YouTube sessions.
Yes.
I was able to log in and I had a nice session. Thank you very much for this class, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna's mercy, we understood, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, Krishna's
For this
mercy.
opportunity, so we have to serve Krishna only.
Yes, Mataji. Everything Krishna's causeless mercy.
Yes, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Rama, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Renu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So slowly and slowly we are learning such good things, and
Yes.
being regular and listening every day is also helping us a lot. And we'll definitely find more devotees for Krishna, and because we need that the messages should spread to one and all.
Yes,
so thank you,
Mataji.
Guruji,
That's
for
correct.
keeping
That
us
will happen.
alive with Krishna. Thank
When we desire,
Hare-
Krishna will make that happen, Mataji. Krishna will use us as tool to make that
That's
happen.
We are with you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mataji. Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. I was traveling today again because I
Yes,
could not
Guruji.
concentrate to come 100%, but somehow I could manage. Thank you so
Yes,
much, Guruji. Thank you for everything, your effort. That's what it is more important now. And Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Hare
thank you.
Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Hare Krishna. Thank you very
Hare
much
Krishna.
for the class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for your nice lecture today by the costless mercy of Krishna. I could attend this lecture today. Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of absolute, the nectar of Dharma. And Sri Krishna Paramatma, who is the supreme God for God, Supreme Personality of God, he says that he considers Jnani as his own self. And by getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita only, one can become Jnani. We have to perform yajna, dana, tapa, karma, everything by using our senses regularly, only to purify our own self. That is what yogis do. That is the real service to Krishna itself. We have to study from Bhagavad Gita. We have to befriend our mind and focus only on Krishna and service to Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna tells, look everybody equally, that is Samabuddhi. And by this thing only possible only by the mercy of Krishna and by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Then we can understand everything clearly, and we want to get rid of this materialistic world in which we are indulged very much, and get liberated from this material world and go to the world of Krishna, that is Goloka, where everything is permanent and always happiness persists. We should focus only on Krishna. We have to identify more and more devotees, make them study Bhagavad Gita. We have to fully depend on Krishna, keep engaged always in the service of Krishna. Then last sloka, 22nd sloka, these persons, those who worship demigods, of course, they get their fruit in their own faith, they worship in their own faith and get fruits, but they are ultimately provided by Krishna only. That was said in 22nd sloka. And today's sloka, the persons who have less intelligence, of course, by worshipping demigods, they get results which are perishable and not permanent. And by worshipping these demigods, they go to their own God's planet. Whereas the devotees of Krishna, who always render their services to Krishna, will go to Krishna only. And those who worship Krishna will only go to Krishna only. That is said in the latest sloka. Everything nicely understood. Thank you very much, Guru. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lalita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Happy Hanuman Jayanti. Today in India, it is
Yes.
Hanuman Jayanti. And he
Happy
was a
Krishna
great
consciousness.
devotee. He was a great devotee of Lord Rama.
Rama.
So Krishna, as Prabhupada's lectures, we hear also that if you worship the devotee of the Lord feels very happy. Is it true? Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. But that is true. But we have to follow Bhagavad Gita. That's very important. So that means we are following Bhagavad Gita. We will serve the devotees. So that way, definitely Krishna will be happy, because when we are associating with the devotees, that increases our devotional strength. So no doubt, yes.
Yes, Guruji. So basically, like today being Hanuman Jayanti, people who are worshipping Hanuman so much, but at the back of the mind, while worshipping Hanuman, the devotee also has to think that the Hanuman is worshipping Lord Krishna or Rama, whatever. And so they worship him because he is such a great devotee.
That is correct. Exactly. You
Yes.
said it very correctly. That's what we need to know. So when we need to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, then there is no problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Guruji. I just wanted to convey this message and understand that worshipping the devotee of the Lord with understanding that you are worshipping that Lord who the devotee is worshipping.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. That's
Yes,
what we
Guruji.
need.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Palaniyappan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Palaniyappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Yes. So today's sloga also is in the same line, and really last few slogas is
Everything is
the
continuing.
slogas are explaining specifically on demigods, specifically. That really very interesting. That means everything is Krishna is taking care, even the smallest thing, everything in this.
Everything what we need, Krishna is giving us in Bhagavad Gita. There is nothing else we need. That's why this 700 slokas.
Yes, everything is taken care. Thank you, Guruji. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Subbalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Today's class, very nice Prabhuji. Today,
Yes.
Kamas and Vasanas will take Krishna, and Krishna mercy is there. We will all the Kamas and Vasanas are live. I think.
Yes, ma'am.
But today, Rama or Krishna, whatever, they are only Vishnu Swarupa. I think.
But Krishna, Vishnu himself is coming from Krishna only. We need to know. Yes.
Yeah.
They're same. They are not different. They are same. Krishna himself comes as Vishnu. That's
Same.
what we need.
In the Vishnu's place, whatever shine will come, then only other devatas will come. No, I think so. Krishna always with ourselves. Krishna always with ourselves. No, Swamiji. Thank you,
Yes.
Swami. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hanuman Jayanti wishes, Prabhuji.
Krishna conscious Hanuman Jayanti. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you
Hare
for the
Krishna.
class, Guruji. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody who said that he calls himself an atheist. Then I was trying to tell him about Krishna and the soul and all that. He's a good person, born in a good family, all those things. He says past 20 years, he's not going to temple. And so how do we, what happens to such people as they progress, Guruji? Yeah, for all the other people, you said they go to the world of the demigods or,
Yeah, they will go. But at the time of death, whatever they remember, they will go. So they will follow through this Janma, Mritu, Jara, Vyadi, this cycle only. So Krishna says that this chakra is there. So Nanuvartyadi Igayaha Agayu Indriyaravama Moham Pata Sajivati. So evam pravartitam chakram Nanuvartyadi Igayaha. So if you don't follow this chakra of offering everything to Krishna, so then our life is full of sins only. So that's what will happen. So we will get bound by all our actions. That is the problem. So that karma bandha, janma bandha. So that is going to keep on increasing, and then we are going to come back here and struggle again and again, take birth, die, take birth, die. It's not at all fun. They need to understand it, but what to do? That's the problem until they realize. So Krishna says very clearly that ye sastra vidim mushrijya vartate kama karataga nasa siddhim avatnoti nasukam na param gatim. That's what Krishna says. So those who give up these sastric injunctions and act according to their own desires, so they are not going to get siddhi, they are not going to get happiness, they are not going to get the supreme destination. So Sardadana Purushaka Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. So if anyone has no faith on this Bhagavad Gita, they will not be able to come to me, but they will come back to this mortal veil. Mritu samsara vatmani. That's what is going to happen, Mother.
Okay. Okay, I got it, Guruji, because you said they'll come back to earth until they get the knowledge, until they are.
Until they become Krishna's devotee, until they become jnani.
Yeah, but I was thinking that, you see, according to our birth is according, we are born into a devotional family and all that you said, according to the karmas we have accumulated.
According to what we are doing in this life. We are actually
So
preparing.
if the person is born in a devotional family, then that means that person has the connection.
It need not be like that, because it is not, that kind of equation is very difficult. Definitely, a devotee will be born in a devotee's family. There is no doubt about it, in general. But otherwise also you'll get the opportunity. But these things, just because a person is born in a devotee family, that doesn't mean that, because maybe other influences are there, correct? So a lot of other influences. We need to understand one thing, that in this world, so many, in fact, the children are getting influenced by external world more than the parents, actually. So whatever Krishna said at that time, there is now we have to, Krishna will say now that he will make sure that Krishna will give the devotees association. That is the thing. Not only taking birth in the devotees' family. So because these days the children are getting exposed to the world, like even at a very young age, they are not even in parents. Many parents are now struggling to, they are becoming like slaves of their children, correct? So that's what is happening. So you understand that, Mataji, what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Guruji, very well. I understand, Guruji. Okay, Guruji. So exposing them or introducing them to the concept of Krishna and the soul, and there is the higher supernatural force behind everything. So if we bring the word, if we bring the word God and this thing, for those who are atheistic leanings, I have found that they think immediately we are trying to preach or something like that.
Exactly.
So such people, I was just wondering how to.
See, they have to get inquisitive, and they have to tatratam buddhi samyogam labate paurodegikam yatatecha tato bhujaga samsiddha kurunantana. So that is the thing. So purvabhyasena teneva. So all those past practices there, then they will automatically get more attracted to this. So otherwise,
so they will get the attraction. You are saying so slowly that automatically that the person will get attracted. Yes, that I understand.
To get attracted. If he's not getting attracted, then he didn't have any such past karma. Like he is not a devotee. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
That means that person is not a devotee. So we cannot say that slowly. That's what their nature. Sometimes they will stay like that.
But what about progress? And you said everybody will progress from one life to another, no, Guruji. So if they were not a devotee earlier, at some point they have to start getting devoted to Krishna.
No, not really.
Not necessarily.
Krishna is not necessarily. Krishna says that that people who are like divine and demoniac nature, Asurim yonim apanna mudaga janmani mama prapeva kaunteya tado yanti adamam gadim. That's what Krishna says. So it's very unfortunate, but that's what will happen. That's why when we say that only 0.1% only it will happen, means, so then we have to imagine how difficult it is. There are no words to express. We are extremely fortunate that we are here studying this Bhagavad Gita. So there are simply no words to thank Krishna and this opportunity. We cannot expect everyone to follow this.
Okay, Guruji. I understand. I understand, Guruji. I will, accordingly talk and not.
We should be.
We should be careful in talking also.
We should be careful, and if we think that that person is not going to listen, see, if somebody is open-minded, then you can talk, no doubt about it. If they are open-minded, they are ready to receive the knowledge, then you can talk. They may become a devotee. But if they are not open-minded, they are not ready to listen and not willing to accept the science, because we are science. Whatever we teach is science. We are not teaching something arbitrarily, correct? So they have to, if they are listening with an open mind, they will be able to accept.
They will be able to accept. Yes. Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Hanuman Jayanti to
Happy
everyone.
Krishna conscious Hanuman Jayanti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhuji. Today, Hanuman Janmotsava Divas, Prabhuji. Congratulations.
Yes. Krishna conscious Hanuman Jayanti.
Today, I learned that if we worship demigods, only temporary benefits we get.
Yes.
But worshipping Krishna and loving Krishna, we will go to Goloka and live and with
permanent life.
This permanent life with Krishna.
Permanent life with Krishna. With Krishna. Yes.
So we detach from material world and love only Krishna and worship only Krishna and understand Bhagavad Gita only.
Yes,
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
Interesting lecture today also.
Yes,
in the beginning, you have said the interesting thing that when you are Jnani, the Krishna says he himself is there. And that is the unique point you have made, really wonderful. And learning Gita is Gyan. And slowly we are in that path. We are getting knowledge in the closeness to the Lord Krishna. Wonderful listening and wonderful interaction with the devotees. They're learning, and Mataji has raised valid point observations, and we have clarified it. Now it is clear that we have not to convince that fellow who is not having faith. We have to tell those people only that who are open-minded, who are receptive.
Yes.
Really. Wonderful understanding of Gita Gyan and the trick of spreading the knowledge and finding new devotees. Really wonderful listening, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna. Nisa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for today's class, Guruji. Today we understood the difference between worshipping Krishna and the demigods. So thank you, Guruji, for blessing us with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. It is now that we are in the right direction after running after so many different things and doing so many different things. Now that we are in the right direction, we'll surely make progress, Guruji.
No doubt, Mataji. Krishna is mercy.
Yes, Guruji. So thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivash Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavat Pranam,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare. Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranam, Guruji. Dandavat
Pranam.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Sastang Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anita Gupta Mataji, Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Thank you so much for the class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Lalita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, actually I am a devotee of Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba, and he is an incarnation of Krishna, Shiva, Maruti, we say. Like, but if I worship Baba, it will directly reach Krishna itself, no?
We need to get Sastric evidence everywhere, Mataji. That's what, based on that, we need to decide. We cannot. So that's what is very important. Where in the Shastra, Purana, everything should be based on Shastra. So if you worship Krishna, then directly, that's what Krishna is saying, that you always think of. So we want to go to Krishna, we need to only think of Krishna all the time. Then we will go to Krishna. Otherwise, if we think about any other gods, demigods, then we will go to them only. That's what is we need to understand.
Demigods in the sense, like even other, apart from Krishna, all other gods can we consider demigods?
Yes, other than Krishna and his incarnations, all other gods are demigods. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, yes, direct incarnations. Yes, ma'am.
No, after learning Mahabharata, attending Bhagavad Gita class, I came to know the importance of Krishna. Before that, I was not aware.
Yes, yes, that's what knowledge. Knowledge only. With the knowledge only, we know that Krishna is the Supreme Person. Otherwise, we will not be knowing. Even before knowing Bhagavad Gita, I was worshipping other gods only. I was not even knowing anything about Krishna, actually. Yes, Mother, that's correct.
Okay.
So once we know Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna is saying that we need to completely surrender unto him. Tameva saranam gacha sarva bhavena bharata. That's a very important verse. Krishna is saying that in all respects we need to surrender unto him. Tameva saranam gacha sarva bhavena bharata. So tat prasadat param santim sthanam prapsyasi sasvatam. So by his mercy we will get the permanent abode. So we'll get the supreme peace and permanent abode. So that's why Krishna is saying that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mame Ekam Saranam. So we need to surrender only to Krishna. So then everything else is taken care. That's what we need to know. Yes, Mother. So that knowledge, because of the knowledge, we know that. That's the main thing.
If we see other religions and all, we are Hindus, okay, we worship Krishna. But what about other religions, Guruji?
We have to do everything based on the science. This name, see, the Bhagavad Gita is a science. So it is applicable to each and every soul, whether they believe in it or not. Because this is the science of the self, this Bhagavad Gita. So that way, this Krishna's matam, me matam, that's what is very important. So we have to follow Krishna's instructions to go to Krishna. So me matam. So my matam. So Krishna says. So ye me matam idam nityam anutistanti manavaga shraddhavanto anasuyanto muchante tepi karmati. So all others, everyone is worshipping only Krishna, and Krishna is saying that epi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvida tepi mameva kaunteya yajante avidi purvam. Those who are devotees of other gods and worship them with faith, they are actually worshipping only me. So that's what Krishna is saying. So we need to have the knowledge. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is the key, Mataji. That's very important. If we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will know that we are not the body, we are the soul, and Krishna is the super soul. Krishna is Purushottam.
So knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very important, and the importance of Krishna is also, we should know.
It will automatically get. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will know. We will know that Krishna is. That's why anyone knows without any confusion, without any doubt, Yomam evam asammudo jnanati purushottam. Anyone who knows that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is a knower of everything, Sasarvavid, and he renders devotional service unto me in all respects. Bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. So tameva saranam gacha sarvabhavena bharata. So that same sarvabhavena bharata Krishna is using in this sloka, that only when we know that Krishna is the supreme personality of God, then we are going to surrender to him in all respects. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Mani
Hare Ram,
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Krishna
Hare
conscious
Krishna.
Hanuman Jayanti today.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna
So,
conscious.
he is a great Vayu Bhagavan.
Yes,
So,
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
see, the beauty is all this God or demigod, whatever name we call it, they respect each other. There was a mutual respect. So in Rama Avatara, Rama has worshipped Shiva in a fullest manner. There is a proof available in South India. And he went. If you go to Rameshwaram, the place. So we...
Because Shiva is not a demigod, Rama is not a demigod. Shiva is Krishna himself only. And Rama acted like a human being only. He never showed his.
So therefore, there was no hesitancy that he did not worship or prayed. When he done Ravana Vada, he came and he did all these things in Shiva. And our Hanuman himself is the Shiva avatar. So Shiva likes Krishna or Vishnu so much that he took this Rupa and he worshipped Rama. He spent entire thing, full surrender to Rama in his Rama Avatara. So we have to understand it with so many sub-stories, histories are available, and we have to believe it.
We have to just understand Bhagavad Gita, that's enough. Then everything will be right.
We are coming in a reverse. The problem is, we go, for example, Lalita Mataji is asking Sai Baba means, for her all interactions, she feels very comfortable with Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba, or whoever. Some people go for Puttavarthi Sai Baba. They are devotee. They do all services to Sai Baba. I don't think anything wrong. Why? Because if her daughter want to MBBS seat or anything she want to get, she will go to Sai Baba temple and pray, and Sai Baba fulfills.
That's what Krishna is teaching. That's the sloka we studied. Antavatu palam tesam tadbhavati alpametasam. So that's what there's those kind of results. We will never go and ask Krishna that I want MBBS seat. We will never ask Krishna.
I am coming
Krishna
to the
is yes, Prabhu. So that's the thing. Krishna, if at all we want MBBS seat to serve him. That's it.
Yeah, it is they get the consolation and go to them. There's nothing wrong. So ultimately what happened after MBBS seat, after you become Tata Birla, after become you have a Mercedes Benz, what is next? When you go on next, finally you will find that you need a happiness inside. That happiness only comes through Krishna. That means through knowledge, through wisdom, through intelligence. And most of the people have not read Bhagavatam. So Bhakti Bhagavatam, it gives all pastimes of Krishna, Vishnu. So if you understand that, then there will be a inculcated bhakti towards Krishna. So straight away going through Bhagavad Gita and understanding, all the science, all the people cannot understand. So if you go back to the source, when Vedavyasa composed everything, Upanishad, Veda, everything he composed, still he was not satisfied. So he asked Sukha, all these sub-stories are there. So at the final end, what they found is, until unless you do verses and bring some bhakti and love Krishna or Vishnu or Narayana, so the history goes like that. Vishnu Avadaram, all 20 Avadaram, we think 10 Avadaram. Actually in Bhagavatam it says 20 Avadaram. So 19th Avadaram is 18th Avadaram or 19th Avadaram is Krishna. Then Balrama also is the one Avataram. That is what in Bhagavatam it was says. But in our Hindu Purana it is not there. We say Dasavadara. So there are so many things to learn. when we read and we understand, then we will understand or we will get a clarity. So it's a vast thing. Therefore, I do not know. Some people, they may not do service. For example, Sumati Mataji asked one question. She will serve, she will bring prasada, she will love whatever she want to do. Or she will understand the Bhagavad Gita and want to devote herself. And the same thing cannot be expected from daughter or son. It is not possible for them. It doesn't mean that they don't love or they don't try to understand. They may do it in a different manner. For example, in music concert, there are many people they cannot sing, they cannot do music. Nobody knows tabla, nobody knows mridangam, but still they love it. Still they do it in a different form. Therefore, I don't think all musician, if you don't know music, it doesn't mean that you are atheist. There are many people. For example, Karunanidhi doesn't believe in God. Periyar is such a person. He made a revolution. He doesn't believe in any God. But they try to do it in a different way.
Now, yes, Prabhu, in another 5 minutes, I have another meeting.
Yeah.
So,
the conclusion is, if we read Bhagavatam and other this thing, the devotion will come. So what I want to tell finally is, after getting all the result, going to demigod or whatever God, super God, I do not know. But finally you come to Bhagavad Gita and get your moksha. The moksha will be given only by Krishna. That is what authoritatively he is saying. So I want to conclude like that. Maybe I've gone in a different wings. Finally, I come to know that moksha, Goloka, if you want to go, only Krishna is available. That is why all Maharishi surrendered to Krishna, finally. That is what the Purana says, Bhagavatam says. So there are many writings that finally comes to this end. Therefore, to understand yourself through Krishna and get your moksha and not to get the rebirth. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much. I think our Krishna group is having full of democracy and everybody is bringing their expression and views.
Here there is no democracy at all, only Krishna's crazy only. What Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, we are studying.
Our external world, we have to keep our mouth shut.
Krishna is, that's correct. That's what Krishna is asking, that we have to be only Krishna crazy. Yes.
Yeah, exactly right. So
no, nothing like democracy here, only Krishna crazy. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are freely expressing ourselves. Our doubts are getting cleared. That is important. Thank you. Sorry, I become late. I was little.
Yeah, I have another 5 minutes. I have like 11. Yes. So I think only Manoranjan Sahib Prabhu only will talk. Yes,
yeah, Manoranjan Prabhu is waiting. Yeah.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sahib Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
As a class, very more engaging. Mani Prabhu and other devotees also expressed their feelings. Really, without lost, nothing is important. The demigods too, for material gain, for personal gain, we are running up to the final ultimate is Lord Krishna. And Mani Prabhu is rightly, very clearly, and make us more enlightened. Mani Prabhu has nicely discussed everything, and with practical example, experience, and wide rate is a knowledgeable person, and really I am grateful to him because of his class, because of his enlightening words and practical experience, and what is that, how to get released, and very practical things told, very nice. And Guruji, because of you, and when the Gita class will come, we'll attend so much, because of you make us enlightened by this class, and we are more, I am very grateful and as much I can. So really nice class. Guruji, there is no words to speak. Now I am for a evaluation work. So whatever I'm in Puri for, I will be Puri in more than 7 to 10 days here. So at the same time, I will visit some places and some enjoy this spiritual knowledge here. Puri is such a place all over India. You won't find such a place. It's a very nice place. So many saints and sadhus are here. Discussion of Gita and everything. So very thankful, Guruji. Because of you, we are really everything is now becoming more and more what do you say? Gauna, not mukhya. It's called rather, it's not primary, it's secondary. Because of your class, only the Gita Jnana is the primary, the mukhya, the main. Other things, rest of this, the demigods, who are for personal gain. It's a, we can go through that, but it's a not serious. We should have demigods like Krishna, or, Saraswati, Ganesha, every god, all gods. So we will worship that, doesn't matter. But at the same time, the final one, you have to surrender to Lord Krishna and Gita. So we are fortunate, like we should be like Arjuna. All the devotees, my sincere request. So you have to act as our Guruji, our Krishna. Today I was feeling that really you are all, you have to become Arjunas. Also, but Arjuna is like very curious, very inquisitive, jigyasu, jnani, and try to what is in Vibhuti Yoga and all the chapters. So ultimately you are the Adideva, you are everything. Oh God, you are everything. So Brahma Tattva, that Atman, is the final knowledge. And we think our body and everything is what is Atma, Sarira, that body, mind, and soul. So all these things, and really the Gita Jnana, had not been Arjuna, he would not have attained that class, Gita. So really, Arjuna and devotees and Lord Krishna, because of Arjuna, and we should behave like Arjuna. Although he is an archery expert, but he is very great devotee, I find. It's a very so, and Krishna is very sympathetic. Krishna is knows only he is the only fit candidate, disciple of Lord Krishna. Nobody else. So, Guruji, because of class, I am now in duty, so my mind gets disturbed. So really, I am very thankful because of you, and we are attending this class, and getting more and more knowledge and the spiritual journey, the Devaloko, the Buloko, that the Haridam. Because of you, you are making us transform into a right being, a perfect being, a divine being. Because of your mercy, thankful Guruji, Pranam Guruji, Satata Naman Naman.
Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna.